Welcome back to Dark Love Psychology. Have you ever met someone and instantly felt like you've known them forever? That kind of soulmate connection isn't magic, it's psychology. Specifically, it's the power of mirroring. When done right, mirroring bypasses conscious thinking and speaks directly to the subconscious, triggering deep familiarity and trust. In this video, we'll break down how to use neuro-linguistic mirroring to make a woman feel deeply connected to you, as if your energies are perfectly aligned. Have you ever met someone and felt an instant, unspoken connection? A feeling that you're both perfectly in tune, operating on the same wavelength? This powerful sense of rapport isn't magic. It's often the result of a profound psychological phenomenon known as mirroring. Mirroring is the subconscious art of imitation. It's where we subtly reflect the behaviors, gestures, posture, tone of voice, and even the emotional state of the people we're interacting with. It's a fundamental, primal way we signal trust, empathy, and alignment, telling the other person, "I am with you, I understand you." This behavior is wired into us from birth. It's a natural human bonding mechanism. Babies instinctively mirror their parents' expressions, learning the foundations of emotional connection. Friends unconsciously adopt each other's slang and mannerisms, strengthening their social bond. And couples in deep rapport often find themselves syncing everything from their walking pace to their breathing patterns. The science behind this is fascinating. It's driven by specialized brain cells called mirror neurons. These neurons fire not only when we perform an action ourselves, but also when we simply watch someone else perform that same action. They essentially simulate the other person's experience within our own brain, dissolving the barrier between self and other. This is the neurological root of empathy, allowing us to truly feel what another person is feeling. Let's see how this plays out in a real-life scenario. Imagine a first date. At first, there might be some nervous energy. But then, as she starts to share a passionate story, she relaxes and leans forward. If you, after a natural pause of a few seconds, subtly shift your own posture to lean forward too, her subconscious mind registers a powerful signal. We're aligned. We're on the same team. This goes beyond just posture. If she laughs softly and you match that warm, gentle energy instead of offering a loud, boisterous laugh, she feels, "He gets me. He understands the mood." If she uses a hand gesture to emphasize a point and you later use a similar gesture, it reinforces that feeling of synchronicity. It's not about being a copycat, it's about creating a harmonious dance of interaction. However, the key is subtlety. Obvious, immediate mirroring can feel strange or even manipulative. The goal is to be an echo, not a parrot. A delay of 2 to 4 seconds is crucial. A more advanced technique is cross-mirroring. If she touches her hair, you might later adjust your watch. You're not copying the exact gesture, but mirroring the of action, a small, self-contained movement. This creates rapport on an even deeper, less detectable level, fostering a powerful connection that feels completely natural and authentic. Chapter 2. Physical mirroring. Have you ever felt an instant, unspoken connection with someone, as if you've known them for years? Chances are you were unconsciously mirroring each other. Physical mirroring is our body's native language, a primal dance of connection that speaks directly to the subconscious. Scientists call the mechanism behind this mirror neurons, brain cells that fire both when we perform an action and when we see someone else perform that same action. By subtly reflecting someone's body language, you are literally making their brain feel like it's looking in a mirror. This creates a profound sense of safety, trust, and familiarity. Let's start with the foundation, macro mirroring. This involves reflecting a person's overall posture. It's the big picture of their physical state. If she's leaning back in her chair, relaxed and open, subtly shift into a similar relaxed posture. If she leans forward, elbows on the table, completely engaged in the conversation, follow her lead after a natural pause. This shows you're on the same emotional page. Leaning in together creates a shared bubble of intimacy. Relaxing back together establishes a mutual sense of comfort and ease. Pay attention to the larger movements, the crossing of legs, the angle of the torso. These are the foundational strokes of your nonverbal portrait. Next, we refine the details with micro-mirroring. These are the smaller, faster gestures that add texture to a conversation, like the way she holds her coffee mug, the hand she uses to gesture, or a characteristic head tilt. For a more advanced technique, try cross-mirroring. This is where you mirror the of gesture, but not the exact gesture itself. For example, if she touches her hair, you might wait a few seconds and then touch your chin. If she crosses her ankles, you might gently cross your arms on the table. This creates the same feeling of synchronicity without any risk of looking like you're copying her. It's incredibly effective because it's almost impossible to detect consciously. The most profound level is rhythmic mirroring. This is about syncing with someone's internal tempo. Start with their breathing. You don't need to stare. Simply notice the gentle rise and fall of their shoulders. As you talk, subtly align your own breathing pace with theirs. When two people's breathing synchronizes, their heart rates can even follow suit, creating a deep physiological rapport. Extend this to their tempo of speech and movement. If they speak quickly and with high energy, infuse a little more energy into your own speech. If they are calm and deliberate, slow your pace to match. You're not just mirroring what they do, you're attuning to who they in that moment. Of course, the power of mirroring lies entirely in its subtlety. If it's noticed, the spell is broken. So here are the golden rules. First, always delay. A 3 to 5 second pause is a good starting point. Second, don't mirror everything. Pick 1 or 2 key things. Start with posture, then maybe add a single gesture. Trying to do too much will make you look robotic. And most importantly, focus on the feeling, not just the action. Instead of thinking, I need to copy her lean, think, she's feeling engaged, I feel engaged too, and let your body follow naturally. This authenticity is your greatest asset. Let's paint a picture. Imagine you're on that coffee date. She starts telling an animated story, leaning forward and resting her elbows on the table. You feel the energy, and a few seconds later, you naturally lean in too, showing you're captivated. As she talks, she nervously fiddles with her necklace. Later, when it's your turn to speak, you might rest your hand on your watch, a perfect cross mirror. She takes a slow, thoughtful sip of her latte. You match that pace with your own drink. None of these actions on their own are significant, but woven together they create an undeniable, unspoken symphony of connection. Her subconscious isn't just whispering we're alike, it's feeling a deep, comforting, and magnetic sense of we. Chapter 3. Vocal mirroring. Words carry meaning, but tone and rhythm build connection. Think of it as the unspoken music of conversation. It's not just you say, but you say it that tells her you're truly on her wavelength. If your voice energy clashes with hers, if you're loud when she's quiet, or rushed when she's reflective, it creates an invisible wall, an emotional distance. But when you attune your voice to hers, you're not just mimicking, you're harmonizing. You're sending a powerful subconscious signal that says, I'm with you. So, how do we create this vocal harmony? It comes down to matching 3 key elements. Pace. If she speaks slowly and thoughtfully, sharing a cherished memory, slow down with her. Match her reflective rhythm. If she's upbeat and rapid, buzzing with excitement, inject that same energy into your voice. Let your words dance with hers. Volume. This is a direct line to intimacy. If she leans in and lowers her voice to share something personal, match her softness. This creates a private bubble just for the two of you. Responding to her quiet vulnerability with a booming voice feels jarring. Mirror her loudness or softness to validate her state. Tone. This is where you mirror her emotional world. Match her emotional tone. Serious, playful, relaxed, or enthusiastic. If she's speaking in a higher, more excited pitch, raising your own slightly shows you share her enthusiasm. This is the ultimate sign that you're not just hearing her words but feeling them. Let's put this into practice. Example. She's talking quietly about a stressful day at work. Her voice is low, her pace is slow, and her tone is heavy. A jarring response would be to jump in loudly with, well, forget about work. It dismisses her feelings. Instead, mirror her first. Lower your volume, slow your pace, and respond with a soft, empathetic tone. Wow, that sounds incredibly draining. Use soft mhms as she speaks. This makes her feel seen. Now for an advanced move, vocal leading. Once you've built that connection by mirroring, you can gently guide the energy. After listening, you can gradually shift your own tone to be slightly more calm and supportive. You might say, still in a gentle voice, how about we just relax for a bit? We can talk more if you want. By mirroring first and then leading, you don't just listen, you help co-regulate her emotions, guiding her toward comfort. This is how a conversation becomes a soul-to-soul connection. Chapter 4. Verbal mirroring. Mirroring isn't just physical. It's also about language. When you use similar words and phrases, her subconscious feels understood. Here's how. Keyword reflection. Repeat keywords she uses. If she says, "I love spontaneous adventures," later say, "I'm spontaneous too. I prefer plans that feel like adventures." Emotional mirroring. Reflect the feelings behind her words. She says, "Work's been overwhelming." You respond, "I get that. It's exhausting when everything piles up." Example. This doesn't just show that you're listening. It shows that you're feeling with her. That emotional alignment is what creates the soulmate effect. Chapter 5. Emotional mirroring. At the deepest level, mirroring is about emotional attunement, aligning your mood, energy, and reactions with hers. Humans bond over shared emotional states. If she's excited about a goal and you match her excitement, it deepens the bond. If she's vulnerable and you respond with calm empathy, she feels safe. Example. She's telling you about a childhood memory with tears in her eyes. Instead of trying to cheer her up, mirror her emotional space. Stay present, speak softly, share a similar story. Now she feels like you just get it. When all layers, physical, vocal, verbal, and emotional, are aligned, a powerful shift happens. She feels like you're part of her. That's the moment when attraction transforms into connection. Advanced tip. Alternate between mirroring and leading. Once she's synced with you, subtly shift your energy. And if she follows, it means deep rapport has been established. This is how real intimacy grows. Mirroring isn't manipulation. It's communication at the subconscious level. It tells her, "I understand you. I feel what you feel. We're on the same wavelength." When you master this skill, she won't just like you. She'll feel like you're her soulmate. And that feeling is far stronger, deeper, and more lasting than anything words alone could ever create. If you found this helpful, hit like, subscribe, and share this with someone who needs to learn the art of connection. And remember, the most powerful way to win someone's heart is not by impressing them, but by reflecting who they already are. Thank you for watching until the end. See you in the next video.